Alright, friends, and welcome to Outrun the Fog. We are going to be coming in with Tremor and RPS with a pretty exciting Oni set coming up in the next coming minutes. Yeah, next coming minutes. And who else for Tremor to be playing Oni than no other than Boo XL. Okay, we're gonna see what Boo XL can do on the Kazan Yamaoka on Cold Tower and see if he will be able to set a pretty good precedent for the side of Tremor, or maybe RPS will come a little bit surprised, as Oni is, aforementioned, one of their better sets. So we will be loading in right about now, as we will be experiencing a little bit of that cross-region connection. But hang tight, and we'll be right with you. All right, and here we are. We are loaded in to the Oni, specifically Boo. Once again on Cold Tower, we will be seeing a pretty stacked survivor lineup from the side of RPS with Molly, with Zaphis, Slasher, and Vamp. And we will be spotting Zaphis really early, playing that super aggressive playstyle that I know he loves to play. But Oni will opt to not chase Zaphis around main building just yet. And I just realized the audio is off. But we will be taking this chase with Molly, as we will be taking that first set of 5 gens, and we'll be taking a pretty fast fall. And we will notice that the add-on combo is one that I think is a little bit more popular, but on the same level as Lang's Fang. But we will see that Splinter Hole and Akito's Crutch. We will be seeing Molly just kind of trying to extend his life a little bit, make sure he doesn't go down too quick, and that will be the down at the pallet. The real question is, are we gonna... Oh, we're not actually gonna see the pallet save yet, as Boo, not going to be falling for this, will end up chasing Vamp away, who will end up using that balance then to get some distance. However, not picking up once again, as Molly is still situated on that pallet. We do see some scratch marks that do indicate that someone is relatively close by and literally just started coming in, but that will not be the pallet save coming in, and with 2 people attempting to go for it. And oh my god, we're playing really aggressive on this mid-gen, aren't we? This is curious, but we will have both survivors being chased away from this mid-gen, and that will be a pain resonance being used off in the distance, which I'm assuming will be Slasher. Whatever gen he was working on, but that will be the power popping, and it looks like we will end up seeing Zephys taking this chase with our Kazan. We'll be opting to break one of the main doors that we did notice that Zephys was closer to, and we'll be using this power to try to see if we can find a down anytime soon. And with half the power left, we're not finding anything yet, but we will more than likely end up securing this second stage. And without duration, it looks like this power will be going on for just a little bit before wearing out. And while this will be the second stage being forced, there is not a gen to be popped yet, and this is actually really worrying for the side of RPS. And that is the power gone, and it looks like Molly will be advancing to that second stage. And we did spot Zephys nearby. He's actually going for the unhook, and this will not actually be the trade, as we cannot risk getting tagged right now and giving Oni any further use of his power. And right now, that will be Slasher on the sprint burst, trying to run away by some distance, and that will be the pull onto Molly. Zephys doing a really good job with just pressing the unhook. However, there is still not a gen done yet, even though we have Molly, who's on the verge of dying. Okay, that will be the first gen popping off in the distance, but that is not enough. We need more gen pressure than this. However, this will be next chase on. This will be the tunnel out onto Molly happening. While Molly will be playing this, feeling that quick and quiet coming in, will kind of deter Boo for a little bit, maybe as much as 2 seconds. Boo going for some net swings will not find those connections, but Molly will end up vaulting the pallet, thinking that Boo was gonna just go around it once again. Instead, who I'm getting down, that will be the first death at 4 gens remaining. That will be a second gen popping off, and RPS has a lot of work. That is a third gen popping off. The RPS does have a might be able to recover from this, especially considering 2 gens. For that is really good, and Slasher going in for a really good pallet save. Should be able to buy himself a good amount of distance to make sure that our Oni will not be able to get power for a little bit, but we'll see some scratch marks over by 7 where we did notice that Molly did go down earlier, and this pallet actually has not been broken yet, so we will be taking the time to break this pallet right now. Boo, I'm gonna try to pursue. Oh no. With the power grab, we will possibly see Boo start to go for Slasher, as Slasher will be getting spotted. We will be popping that power to make sure that we can actually secure a down and possibly go for a 3-man slug here. However, what can Slasher really do about the situation? Oh no, really nice drop of the pallet. We'll end up buying Slasher just a little bit of time, and that will be the down, and this might give Boo some time to slug, or we will actually end up picking up Slasher, as that will not be enough time to get any further use or further slugs out of his power. This will secure not only the second hook, but also the second token of Pain Res and the second token of No Way Out as well. We will have Boo checking our topside generator, make sure that no one is working on it, but there's no progress to be seen, so we can only infer that both of our survivors are split across the bottom side generators. Wait, no, we do hear some progress over at the gen on TNL, but we'll be going 7. There's not too much progress on either of these gens. Zaf is playing a really risky and aggressive position. We will end up seeing the tag coming in, which will give Oni a good amount of his power, but we will likely see this chase of Shaq happening, and that will be the power grab, and we will end up seeing Boo opting to leave this chase to pursue our 2 survivors who are currently healthy and right to the top side. However, we did notice that Slasher did run into a little bit more of an awkward position, and I think we might... Oh, no, we're not going to chase Slasher. We're actually going to chase Vamp, who is going to be humping that main building for just a little bit, and with that balanced landing, we might end up seeing Vamp be able to make a good amount of distance and dodge out the Oni's power. Excellent use of that balance landing. We'll see, but that will end up being the down on to Vamp, and that will also be a basement hook secured on the top side of the map. And this is not good at all. However, we're not going to go for basement. We are going to go for that pain res once again. And with the added use of that pain res, we will more than likely see our Oni opt to go 7, where we do know that Survivor was working on that gen earlier. Will more likely be Zaphis, who is currently injured and more than likely is leaving a cesspool of blood for our Oni. That was a lot of blood, but it wasn't quite enough. However, with Zaphis still being injured, this will end up being the power grab, and it looks like we will end up committing this chase onto Zaphis at the Killer Shack. Ooh, and a really nice pallet ball. We will end up forcing our Oni to break this pallet, and looks like we will end up using Shack pallet as well. Try to get the pallet stun, but we'll not find a connection, even though we will end up buying just a little bit of distance. Ooh! An attempted mind game will not find that connection that he's going on to Zaphis. And Zaphis being able to get the pallet stun, and that will not be another pallet drop or a pallet stun. That will be the discontinuation of this chase. That will be the last token of pain resonance in play, and all survivors are going to be kind of caught on this top side, and I think this will be where we see that 4K at 2 generators remaining. Slasher? Oh, wow. Slasher on the check spots. We will end up giving a hit to this to our Oni. Shortly after the power use, and our Oni already having power once again, we'll have enough time to actually traverse the map and possibly secure a quick down as well. And that will be the 4th gen popping out, so we will end up seeing that 4K1 coming in, as this will be the down onto Zaphis, and Slasher being spotted around Killer Shack. It looks like we will have Slasher trying to go for the save, but those scratch marks will be given away, and it looks like our Oni will be able to secure this 4K at 1 gen remaining, with Slasher trying his best to outlive this Oni and possibly pick up possibly do what he needs to do, but that will end up being the down at a 4K at 1 generator remaining, which means the win condition for RPS coming into this next set will be a 4K2, and I do have faith in whoever will be playing Oni, when I think that might be Yato's actually. So if that is the case, we'll see if Yato's will be able to make up for that. We'll be able to come up with a 4K2 to give RPS the win for this set. But we will be coming back with RPS on the Oni after a little break. All right, friends, we are going to be loading back in with RPS on the Oni, and it will be Yato's on the killer, our favorite EU person. I don't know where he's from. I thought he was UK. I'm pretty sure he's UK or some shit, but I can't remember. But we will be loading in with Yato's on the Oni. We'll see if Yato's will be able to match the tie condition of 4K1 or possibly secure the win for this set with a 4K at 2 generators remaining. Anything less than that, and we will end up seeing the win go to Tremor. So we will be loading in right now, and here we are. Spawning in a killer shack, we will end up having the classic. Oh wait, we will have a 4-gen actually for the top side of the map, and we will see if Yatos will be able to find someone. And I think those will be some scratch marks, but I'm not sure if Yatos did spot that spot off in the distance. But we will end up seeing blue really early as we will end up taking this chase, and we'll notice that some progress is already being put onto the top mid generator. You know, we will be spotting Ronnie opting just pre-leave this gen really early, make sure that we can buy enough distance to mix the killer shack, and we'll end up seeing the pre-drop coming in to make sure that we can deny this first hit. Like, we will have Ronnie opting to run this 4-lane and being able to read Yasuo's holding W through the 4-lane to make sure that we could possibly try to cut off Ronnie, but that will not be working as of right now, as we will end up seeing Ronnie being able to make it to this bomb side filler running in these active gens. But we will notice that there is another gen that's a lot of progress, and we will see the pre-drop coming in, making sure that we can actually just get rid of these resources while Corrupt is still up, and possibly being able to make this map a dead zone, which would probably make this Wickedness of 4K2 just a little bit easier coming into his late game. Looks like we will, and we will see Yatos knowing that he will not be able to make that, as the Firecracker will come in and being able to get a really good blind on Yatos, and we'll be able to buy Jaw just a little bit more distance. Like, we will have Ronnie just opting to run this right side of the map and just doing a really good job against Yasuo's right now, as Ronnie is really playing this very oddly shaped tile. I forgot what people call it these days, and that will be the first hit being given at 4 gens. However, the amount of time it took to get this hit, I do imagine we will end up seeing some generators popping off relatively soon. And looks like Job will not be able to make any extra distance, and that will be the down on top of main building, and there will be no boil over in place, so we will end up getting the drop as fast and the hook on hill, but that will be 2 extra gens popping off in the distance. Right now, it doesn't really look like we have too much of a 3-gen going on, but that will be that DMS pain res being revealed, which will let us survivors know that next time someone does get hooked, to, you know, be sure to let go of that generator. And Yato's just reaching to the sky, trying to get those last 2 blood orbs. We will end up being able to secure the power. However, at this point, Yatos is put in a really weird position to where either we can camp this up, we can either camp this guy to second, or we can pop this power and try to play super aggressively and make sure that we can secure these downs, make sure that we can possibly secure this 4K too. But looks like we will be taking the aggressive route, as we will end up popping this power and going straight to the edge map following 17, and that will be the down. And it looks like we have Yatos opting to actually go, no, we're not going to go for more. We're going to opt to secure this pain res and DMS once again. Looks like that will be another use of that pain res, and that will end up probably hitting the gen at the hill that we did notice earlier. got hit by the pain res DMS combo. That will be the balanced landing from Boo, the Oni from last game, who was able to actually secure a 4K at 1 generator remaining. Right now, that will be the drop of the pallet, and Yato's trying to go for a really advanced mind game, but will not end up catching Boo off guard, as we will have Boo playing this super patiently. And Boo really just playing this game of chicken with Yatos. Will end up getting hit for it, but that will be another usage of that power, and it looks like we will end up be spotting the Zarina. And that will be the down and the pallet drop. A little bit of a connection moment, if you do ask me. That will be the down onto Boo. All we need is 2 more downs, and quite frankly, that could end up spelling the 4K at 2 gens remaining, with Unbreakable being banned at this moment. And that there will be another use of this pain res and making sure that another gen will not be popping off in our face, and we will end up going back to that hill gen that we did notice had a lot of progress. I'm surprised it hasn't even popped yet, especially considering how much time was being wasted from Yatos, or by our survivor squad. It looks like we are actually gonna try to time the DMS cooldown to make sure that we can get this last hook. Or no, that won't be another instance of that pain res. As a matter of fact, we did end up hooking this arena earlier on a pain res hook. I think she was the first one hook, to be honest. But that will be greedy, and that will not be the completion of that gen. However, and the other gen popping off at a distance, that will mean that with this gen being 99, all Survivor has to do is wait for this gen to be unblocked, and that will end up spelling the win condition for Tremor. At this point, Yatos does realize it's now or never, and we really is now or never, and we really have to try to secure this down, and that will be the hook onto Ronnie. I don't know if Ronnie was the last guy to not be hooked yet. However, if Ronnie was the last guy to be hooked, or really is the last fresh hook, and this might be a pain res, this could be bad for Tremor, and that will be the case, as we will see pain res hitting this hill gen once again. And with the pool of blood that we did see earlier, it looks like we will be able to collect our power, and possibly secure this 4-man slug that we needed this entire time. But that will be the 5th gen popping off, and this will be the win for Tremor. It looks like we will be going to the killer shack to make sure that we can find out where our survivors are, and we'll end up getting the mind game onto Boo, and that will be the down. And it looks like we will be often hook Boo, as we will not have any more uses of our power. It's like we will be opting to do a little bit of the funny tent pitching on our ace to make sure that this ace will not be getting off the hook. What looks like could be a 1K7 stage for the side of RPS. So we will be moving on to, I believe, the Hillbilly, who will be on Wrecker's Yard. So we will catch you guys in a few minutes. We will be setting up the next lobby for the Hillbilly. And welcome in, friends. We will be coming in with Hillbilly, specifically Melodious Molly 808 on the Hillbilly, and we will be loading in right now. You will see a pretty conventional Billy build with that No-Ed, that Bamboozle, Pain Res, and Corrupt Intervention. With conventional add-on combos, well, with that Low Pro and Doom Engravings? Doom Engravings. And we will be taking this first chase with Ronnie at this filler. And we will be trying to see if we can get a chainsaw off, but we'll not be able to find anything as we'll be zoning Ronnie into this house, see if we can get some low pro value. But will not be attempting to curve, as Ronnie will end up running back to make sure that you can find another filler to work with, especially in this new edge map generation that will be a tile and being able to fake the chainsaw rev into the M1. It looks like Ronnie will be running that lucky break to make sure that we can lose chase with this Billy, as Molly will opt to break away from this chase right now and make sure that we can secure some more pressure on these generators. And right now we will be spotting Boo, and we will be revving to see if we can get Boo to drop the pallet, but that will be the drop on straight on Molly's face. And that will be a really nice low pro curve, finding the connection on the Boo. It looks like we might be able to find the down here, especially considering that Molly was able to bait the pallet drop with a simple head nod. And that quick and quiet coming in, this may be alluding to a possible head-on play, and that will be Molly going for, oh my God, that Molly just got robbed. I don't know what to tell you. Molly trying to go for a little bit of a low pro curve, but will not find the connection. As a matter of fact, we'll be clanking some metal, unfortunately enough. But that will be the first gen popping off in the distance, and Molly trying his best to secure it down right now on to Boo, as we will be finally breaking this pallet, making sure that we can actually secure this down as fast as possible. Looks like we will be seeing that pre-drop of the pallet, and looks like we will end up seeing Boo getting left, and we will be taking this chase with Jaw right now, who was caught out working on the car tile, but that will be an M1, and no down just yet. Molly's gonna have a lot of work ahead of him coming into this next bit of the Billy set. And that will be the down, and a pretty nice M1 down on to Ja. The thing about it, though, is that we have this pain res, and we have to find use of it quick, as a lot of generators will end up having a good amount of progress on it. It looks like we will end up having Molly. I'm kind of protecting this hook, but also protecting the gen spread that he does have around him. However, there isn't too much for Molly to defend here, but there is a little bit of a 3-gen for him. However, the survivor is hooked a bit away from the 3-gen. That will be, well, one of the gens. And actually, no, I'm lying. The gen that popped was not exactly a gen that Molly does have to be too worried about. It looks like we will be taking this chase with Boo once again, who will end up getting the M1 down. It looks like we'll have Ja opting to just run into Molly's face and just taking that beat to hit and running. However, we'll notice that the 4th gen did pop off, and it was a gen that was being worked on previously. And it looks like Molly trying to go for low pro curve will end up smacking the rock instead. And it looks like we will end up picking up Boo to make sure that we can secure another pain res hook and make sure that this gen progress gets sunk into the grave. But with no way out, these fresh hooks, they can only do so much. And that wasn't even a pain rest hook. That is not exactly the most fortunate situation, as we'll be seeing the unhook on the Boo coming in off in the distance. Looks like we will have Jaw taking this chase, make sure that we can buy enough time for Survivor Squad to do these generators, and that will be Boo's being spotted once again. It looks like instead of chasing Boo, we will end up opting to try to take 17, but 17 with a really good window vault will be able to dodge the M1. Looks like Molly would be doing his best to try to zone out Boo and Jaw as well from working on his generator. That will be the M1 on the Boo, and looks like we might be able to secure a pain res on the Boo, especially considering one of the hooks that was pain res is pretty close by. At least I think so. And yes, that will be another use of that pain res. It looks like we will notice that the Gen at the TNL ended up getting the pain res treatment in. We'll notice another Gen was about 60%, but that the Gen at TNL is so close to being done. It is on the verge of popping. It is being edged horrendously right now, actually. It looks like we have Molly trying to go for Ronnie right now, and Ronnie just doing a really good job waiting out this Molly's chainsaw and just playing this patient game really, really well. And Molly, oh no, trying to go for a curve will not end up finding that connection, as we'll have Ronnie surely back on this TNL gen, and it should be popping really soon, and that will be the popping of that TNL gen. And NOED will be in play. It looks like we will be opting to try to see where our survivors are, with only one person being priority to get out, and that will be 17. No, is it 17? No, it's Ronnie. Ronnie is the one that needs to get out because he is currently fresh stages. Looks like we'll see some scratch marks, see if maybe we can find the survivor. Here, it looks like it will be 17 on the Fung, trying to build as much distance as possible, and that will be the NOED coming in, smacking Boo upside the head. Looks like we will try to cut off 17 to make sure we can get either this chainsaw or the down with NOED, and it looks like we will end up seeing the down with NOED happening, and that will be not only down, but the heel tech coming in as well. Oh, yeah, that will be the Hill Tech, which means Boo will be the last one down. And Boo was also Death Hook, unfortunately. And never mind, that will be the hatch escape, as Boo will be escaping through the hatch, which will secure a 0K4 stage? Yeah, 0K4 stage. Which means in this next coming set, we will end up seeing Tremor on the Billy and seeing if they can match the result or secure the win condition for their team and end up taking this match 2-0. We'll be back after a little break. All right, friends, we'll be loading in what could be the final trial, as we will have Boo on the Billy, and we already started with the chainsaw. Okay, well, we already started with the chainsaw. We will be spotting Zephys on the Bill, the William Bill Overbeck, super powerful. But we will not be committing to this chase, as we will be looking for any survivors trying to cross into our uncorrupted zone. However, it looks like we will have Zephys just playing that super... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I say this, but that will be Molly getting spotted at the TNL, and we'll see if we will be able to dodge the chainsaw. So we will be taking an M1 that will give us a good amount of distance, which is good for our survivor squad. But we will see how long Molly will be able to keep up this chase, as we will have Boo kind of losing track of Molly for a second, and Molly being able to make some distance back into the corrupt zone. Looks like we have Boo opting to commit to this chase right now, possibly trying to go for a low pro chain down. And Molly taking a really risky play, trying to go for the window vault, and will end up getting grabbed out of it. That could have been a connection moment, but we will end up seeing a pretty similar build, except for the pain resonance. We will be seeing that enduring coming into play. An interesting choice from Boo, but with the win condition in play, I do think that Boo is feeling confident in being able to secure not only the stages, but also the win for their team. One thing, though, that will be a low pro chain hit onto Vamp, and that will be the down as well. Which means I believe it'll only be one more stage for the tie condition, which will actually be the win condition due to our scoring system. We will have Zephys trying to get some attention onto himself to make sure he can take this chase with the Billy, and will not be getting the attention that he's looking for, as we'll have Molly getting spotted, and that will be the down. With Molly already being on second stage, this is not looking good for the side of RPS. Actually, as a matter of fact, I wonder if this is a tie condition. But regardless, we will be seeing Boo going for... Oh my god. We will be seeing Boo going back to Killer Shack. We will see repeated lockers with locker vaults with the side of RPS pretty much just going for going for the 1v1, and even though he gets blinded, he still gets the chainsaw down. You're hitting a really nice curve around Killer Shack. Holy hell, Boo. With that, I do believe they'll secure the win condition for the side of Tremor, but we will be playing this out to make to see what possible results we can get, and see if we can get this far out, even with two people being on death right now. Looks like we'll have Zephys on the bill, trying his best to keep this chase going, but with that lucky break-in play, we will end up seeing Zephys being able to stealth his way to Killer Shack, and oh my god. And really confident turn of events. It looks like we'll have Zephys opting to play this out, and this might end up being the down. We have to remember, this is that NA West to NA East moment right here. But that will result in the down in the 5th stage, and now I actually believe that secures the win condition for the side of Tremor. And RPS at this point just playing for 1v1s in the crouch tech. You ain't gotta do them like that. I don't know what to tell you. We'll be dodging the chainsaw with the crouch tech, and boo! Almost getting the curve around the car. It looks like we will be seeing Vamp just running running this car tile for a little bit, make sure that we can possibly just get a low pro down. And it looks like we will end up just taking the M1 to secure this down and the death onto Vamp, which will make this a 1K6 so far. And that will be the M1 onto Zaphis. We'll be trying to take this chase for his, we'll be trying to take chase to the tile. And at this point, we're just playing for 1v1s. And you know what? I'm here for it. So we will be seeing Boo apply this bamboozle to the window. And not going for the X. No, we will be going for the double O, as Zaphis will be playing patiently and actually waiting on the other side of the tile. Looks like we will see the pallet drop coming in, and no use of the low pro just yet, as we will be seeing low pro coming in and not finding any connections, as Zaphis will be running his way to the bus tile, or actually no, to the car tile. That will be the 4th gen popping off, and looks like Zaphis is going to be having an extremely good chase. And right now, it looks like Zaphis playing a little bit too confident. We will end up seeing the M1 down, as Boo will be taking this hook and possibly the death. But I don't see a reason why he'd be camping at this point. Yeah, it looks like we are over it. Oh, nah. And that will be the last gen popping off. We were able to secure the last gen, but that will be that Noah coming into play. And Slasher might be... Oh, Slasher not tasting a little bit of that surprise that they have coming for them. Oh. And that will be the Noah coming in, and that will end up securing the down onto Slasher, who I believe was fresh. It looks like Zaphis will be going in. We'll be going back in for another chase. At this point, this is just a Zaphis and Boo showdown. But that will be the Noah pop coming in, and that will also be the down onto Zaphis. And we also do know that Molly did indeed pop that no one escapes death totem. And Molly kind of prematurely starting the 1v1. Looks like we will not see the down yet, as that was a beautiful, beautiful attempted chainsaw. And the chainsaw down onto Molly, that will secure the 4K and all gens remaining in the DC. And the DC. God damn it. And the DC. But with that being said, that will secure not only the set win, but the match win for Tremor, who will end up taking this 2-0. GG's to both RPS and Tremor as well. We will be... Actually, as I speak, there is another game happening, which will be Outlawed Violence versus Anguish. So, I mean, if it's possible, maybe we might be able to do a little bit of snagging and see if we can get that game stream. But we will see what happens in a little bit. But until then, I'm going to assume this will be the end of it. But I'll be back with you after a little break.